I got an appointment for my cleaner out in New York with a church and school. It's about 3 buildings. They currently have an in-house team, but they want to see what it would look like to outsource, so we're going to go out there next week.
I got a pretty good one for my Phoenix client. I reached out to the maintenance director of an assisted living facility. They actually have 4 locations. He said we could start with 2 of them going out next week. The first one was on Monday at 11. It was about 4 villas. It was 26,000 square feet, so that one's for Monday. The next one's on a Tuesday morning. That one's about 56,000 square feet, and I believe 9 villas. Should be a good one.
Got a good one for my roofer over in Atlanta. There's a church, about 70,000 square feet. They got active leaks over their warehouse portion and throughout some of their classrooms. Spoke with the maintenance manager on his mobile, said he wanted us to go out there, meet with them. We're going out there on Wednesday, check it out, and give them some quotes for some repairs.
I got an appointment for my client in Philadelphia today. I spoke to the facility manager at a nursing home. They had some active issues going on, so we're going out there next Wednesday, and it's around 75,000 square feet TPO roof.
Yeah, so I got an appointment this morning with my roofing client up in New York. It's with a church/school. They said they're open to us coming by, giving them quotes on a re-shingle out there. They said they got a pretty old roof out there. It's roughly 10,000 square feet. Talked to the on-site manager there in the parish office. She also mentioned more of a personal job that we could take on. It's with a storage facility that her brother-in-law was having built. It's roughly 8 miles from the church, so we're actually going to see if we can also do something for that appointment as well, so kind of a 2-for-1 deal here.
Alright, so I got one for my client in Fresno today. It's a construction company. Their current MSP they use just has really slow response times. They're like 8 hours away. So they like that we're local. So we set them up, I actually set them up for today. The meeting already happened. It was at 1:30. Call went really well. And we're getting an invoice from them so we can get them out a competitive quote.
I got an appointment today from my client down in Florida. I spoke to the operations director of a mall. Spoke with them late in the month last month. They were kind of preparing for a hurricane, so he asked me to follow up with them, kind of inform me that there was going to be some upcoming projects they needed a bid on. Caught him at a bad time earlier this week, gave me time to call him back. Reached him again today. Currently, they are taking bids on some projects. After the recent storm, they're having some active issues, so we're going to be going out there next Tuesday to give them a free inspection and give them a quote on repairs and the large capital project they have in place. The mall is over 1 million square feet, so should be a pretty good one.
I got an appointment for my client in Philadelphia today. I spoke to the owner of a custom car manufacturing company, and it's around 8,000 square feet, TPO roof. They got some active issues going on, so we're going to go out there next Friday.
What we got so far? It seems like the chat's pretty lit. 9 or 10. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
One's in the queue? We'll say one's in the queue. All right. Who's got one to talk about? Let's talk about new biz partners. Ryan?
Yeah, I got a pretty good one for my roofing client in Kansas City. I spoke with the maintenance director at an assisted living facility. It's 100,000 square feet. When I spoke with the gatekeeper, she said that they had leaks all the time, so she instantly transferred me over, and he was more than willing to have us come out there and look at the roof. So we're going to go out there the 30th at 11 and give him a quote for that.
Yeah, I got a pretty good one for my client down in Florida. I had spoke to the operations director of a mall a few times. He asked me to keep following up with them. After the storm rolled through, they, sure enough, they were going to be bidding out projects already, but now they have some issues going on. The mall's about 1.6 million square feet, so we're going out next week.
I think Myles had one.
I did. I had one for our partner in Manhattan. It's a non-for-profit. It is about 30 users. I talked to the CFO like 2 months ago, and she pushed me off. I couldn't get back in touch with her, so I called the CEO, and then he pushed me back over to her. So I finally got her today. She's opened a meeting, but pushed me off to her assistant. So I called him, and he set up the meeting for us. So 30 users, a couple servers, one location.
I got one for a Pennsylvania client. It's a dialysis center. It's 9 locations, 90 users. He said that they are looking at groups right now. They've had like 4 companies come out to their office and was open to getting one more proposal.
Yeah, I got 2 today for my client in Philadelphia. One was with the nursing home, 75,000 square feet TPO roof, and they have some active issues going on with that, so we're going out there next Wednesday. And then I got another one with the auto body shop, spoke to the owner over there. That is a TPO roof, 7,000 square feet, and they're going out there next Wednesday as well.
You sound like a roofer now, dude.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was sweet. I love that.
I got one for my cleaner in Manhattan. It's a church and school. They have 3 different buildings and just want to see what numbers would look like, so we're going to go out next week.
Hey, yeah.
Very nice. Anybody else? New biz? New biz happens? Nothing. Arsenal has. Yesterday. Good one from yesterday.
A decent one about to go at lunch.
Sweet.
With Phoenix. I got 3 for Phoenix yesterday, but it was just with a pretty large company. I actually talked pricing with them, and he said they can afford it, which has never happened before. So, so
Dude.
it should be bad.
Awesome. By the way,
Pretty clean.
could you, man? We need to all show up one day. Show up somewhere. You guys go out to lunch, looking like that, wearing the same sweater. It'd be sweet. By the way, we're looking at hockey jersey designs. Looking at hockey jersey, like legit hockey jerseys. That'd be cool. That'd be sweet. Who would prefer shield on the front versus like Arsenal going like the Rangers? How about both? Shield.
Oh.
So I think in the abstract, I like the.
Yeah, I was going to say, like New York Rangers.
Arsenal, yeah.
The Rangers emblem right
Yeah.
there?
Okay, all right. Deals, proposals?
I got some numbers. Let me see.
Guy up in Boston, we got recoding for $97,000, and then 3 re-roof options for $239,000, $262,000, and $166,000.
Jeez.
Nice. Who else?
Yeah, White Castle Roofing got 2 proposals out on repair jobs. One was like $6,900, the other one was around $6,800.
I'm meeting with Pat today for West Coast. We got 4 more proposals. I'm waiting on the numbers, but should be pretty big ones. We're installing HVAC for a school. One is replacement of HVAC, and then 2 other ones are preventative maintenance. So should be some pretty big numbers.
Dude. Hey, schedule for a video. Schedule for a virtual video. Who else?
Petronella in Colorado got a proposal for just under $83,000 annually recurring, so a little under $7,000 if you look at a monthly recurring. But yeah, I want to say pretty good.
I got 2 for my client in Kansas City today. The first one's with an apartment complex. Spoke with the property manager. They're having a couple issues out there. There's a TPO roof. They're having bubbling under it because the wind caught it. So we're going to go out there next Thursday at 11, give them a quote for repairs and probably a re-roof for that one. The second one's with a retirement community. They have a 100,000 square foot roof. It's a brand new maintenance director. He said they're having all types of issues. The receptionist patched me over immediately because they were having leaks. So we're going to go out there next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, give them a quote for any issues they have, and hopefully get that one sealed up pretty fast.
I got one today from my client out in Pennsylvania. It is a construction company. Spoke with the operations guy over there. Said they currently use somebody, but the president wanted me to talk to him. So ended up setting something up towards the end of the month. They have about 15 to 20 users, 1 location, and are just open to comparing and see what else is out there.
Yeah, so I got one for my Pennsylvania client. It's a kidney dialysis healthcare organization. They're actually looking at companies and new IT vendors right now. They've had a handful of companies come out to their office to give them proposals, so they're open to getting one last bid from us. There are about 90 users, 9 locations, looking to see if our proposal makes a little bit more sense than the other ones they've got. We're going there in person next week. Should be a good one.
All right, I got 2 appointments today. First one came in this morning with my client up in Manhattan. It's a nonprofit. I spoke to the CFO about 2 months ago. It kind of pushed me off. I was trying to get back in touch with her, but I had no luck doing so. So I called the CEO. He pushed me back down to her, and I've been trying to get back in touch with her. She finally picked up this morning, and then pushed me over to her assistant. So I got in touch with him. We set up some time for a call in a couple weeks. It's 30 users, 1 server, 1 location, so just open to a second opinion for support. And then one I just got was with our client up in Toronto. This is an engineering firm, pretty good size. I called the president, and he wasn't the one to talk to, and he told me to call his managing partner, the guy who oversees the IT there. So just got him right at the end of the day. And he's open to a conversation. They're not really outsourcing for much right now, but it is 80 users, 6 locations, and they do have 1 server that's hosting legacy software on. So it should be a good conversation. He's open to just kind of hearing how we could support him over there, since it's a pretty big company, 6 locations across Canada. So it should be good opportunity.